Hey guys, it's Lady Pelvic, and remember that time I told you I was gonna make an Undertale video? Hold on, didn't you play Undertale in like January? Yep, and you're just making an Undertale video now. I feel if you want to be taken seriously as a gamer on YouTube, you have to have some sort of Undertale content. Even though it was relevant last year, but okay. Now that we established that I am the queen of late, this is kind of my thoughts / top 5 hybrid video of Undertale. This I'm just gonna run through my top 5 lists of Undertale stuff. So hopefully you get an idea of what I really like about Undertale as I go through these top 5 lists. Also, if you haven't played Undertale and you want to play Undertale, do not watch this video. This video is just littered with spoilers. So come back to this video after you've played this wonderful game. Also, just a side note, my lists overlap a lot, but here we go. First, we'll start off with my top 5 favorite characters. Number 5, Goat Mama, or known as Toriel, the tutorial Goat Mama. You know, I don't normally care for softy characters. Like, I don't know how she did it, but when she took you in, she wanted the best for you right off the bat, opened up to you about her dreams of being a teacher. It was just all so wonderful, and I was like, I kind of like this. Through and through, she just wanted to protect, even if it meant protecting others from you. 4. How can you not love the fabulous ghost-inhabiting robot, Mettaton? Just look at those legs. The lights, the cameras, the chainsaws. There was never a dull moment with this Fabu Babu. And after you peacefully defeat him, he realizes that the people in the underground need a role model like him more than humans on the surface. It was just so humbling, especially for Mettaton. Though even if he was trying to cut you in two, you know, he does have a big heart. However, if you're a sociopathic asshole, you would never know that and you would scrap him like the scrap metal he is. Number 3. The sociopath promoting genocide. My third favorite character is Chara. As I said in previous videos, I'm a villain kind of gal through and through, and Chara's pretty bad. Hit points, attack, defense, gold, experience, level. Every time that number increases, that feeling, that's me. Every time you take a form of life in any game, not thinking that NPC had a family, a job, hopes and dreams, also you can become stronger. And as you do so, you become more apathetic. That power, that strength, that is all Chara. Think about all the games you've played and how much countless innocents you've killed to progress your selfish but heroically disguised agenda. Chara is personified apathy. Chara gives no fucks, not to their adopted goat mama, not to their daddy, and especially not to their best friend. Number 2, my Undertale hubby Papyrus. He just wanted to be the captain of the Royal Guard and be popular. He was so adorable and funny, and how could you not love this goof? Becoming his friend was just the best, and his off-putting animations made him all the better. And what's worse is even if you decided to kill him during the genocide run, he still believed in you. He believed you could change. Like the true good person he is. And my number 1 is, you guessed it, Timmy! Timmy! Timmy from the Tim Shop! Timmy, more Timmy! And Bob. And while they're pretty amazing and I love them so much, they're not actually my number 1. In fact, it's pretty obvious that my number 1 is Flowey the Flower! Or technically Azrael, but fuck that little pussy ass bitch. So Flowey and I are just one of the same. We are both truly neutral and can swing either way in terms of good or evil. Cause let's be real, I mean, I have days where I want to help, do the right thing, and some days, I kind of just want to watch the world burn. I mean, if you couldn't feel anything at all, wouldn't you fall into curiosity's lap and try some pretty gruesome stuff just to feel alive again? No? Okay, well, just ignore that. Okay, I have to give an honorable mention to Undyne. Okay, I'm a little salty because my first run through, I saved her thirsty ass by giving her some water. But I didn't go back to her house to befriend her, so she continued the human hunts after Asgore was killed. But in the pacifist run, she actually was a cool character. And as a passionate and ambitious person, I can see why people would admire her. I love the fact she gives her all in everything she does, especially cooking. I love that she believes anime is real, and she thinks that humans are just normally over the top, just like all anime is. And her willpower is nearly unbreakable. In Genocide, she refuses to die and becomes even more powerful and more ruthless. She becomes more determined to have your head on the tip of her spear. Undyne is a badass. A badass who betrayed me, but a badass nonetheless. Really, all the Undertale characters are great. Except Alphys. She was just annoying. Apparently to a lot of people she's relatable, and I mean, I guess if you have a lot of self-confidence issues she is, but like, to me she was just annoying. And you know that friend who posts like 8 Facebook statuses within 5 seconds of each other all the time? That's Alfie's. That's annoying. Next, top 5 favorite boss themes. To be honest, there isn't actually a bad boss theme. It's more like if I had to choose 5, these are the 5 I would pick. And as always, they fluctuate from time to time. Except for the first one. The first one's pretty solid. And if you watch my top 5 favorite boss theme video, you should know which one's on top. Number 5 is Metal Crusher, Mettaton's first battle song, before you see him in all of his glory. It just fit the scenario so well, a robot with a quiz show. It was just super robotic sounding while making me feel so pressured to answer all these ridiculous questions. Number 4 is Azrael's Hopes and Dreams. Okay, the build to this song was just awesome. The entire shock value of this song was awesome. How it opened Azrael's rainbow battle, it just gave me chills. It was like kind of hardcore, but with a happy, hopeful undertone. Toby Fox is really good at creating music to make you feel a certain way. And even when all hope seems lost, all your friends are consumed, you can still fight for your dreams. And I'm not ashamed to admit, I totally headbanged to this song. Like, I rock out. Number 3, Bone Trousel. Okay, how can you not like this song? This song just has goofball, silly battle with a silly skeleton written all over it. It does have like a serious kind of tone, but it's laced with like loud, obnoxious sounds that just fit Papyrus so well. Also, like in the battle, this song makes me want to jump. Like I just want to bounce around the house and jump everywhere. It just makes me feel so happy and bouncy. Heartache. Can I mention I had a heart attack when I killed Toriel my first time around. Like geez, this song is stuffed with so many feels. Heartache is the song of the first trial against someone who's instantly lovable, especially when you realize Toriel actually doesn't want to harm you. And finally, my number 1 boss theme, as you all should know, is none other than Flowey the Flower! Yes, I have to say his name like that. After the gentle melody of the piano plays, in comes a wave of musical determination to encourage you not to give up and fight your final battle and return to the surface. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'll listen to this song all day, every day, when I'm working out, cleaning my room, anything. It just gives me that extra push. Now again, every boss battle theme is pretty good, minus the Greater Dog and Spider Dance, Muffet's song it's growing on to me, but still, those were like the eh. And I have to give an honorable mention to Death by Glamour, because that song was so like classy and like show-offy. I really liked it. While Undertale lacks a detailed background during the fights, you felt like you were on stage performing the best show of your life. And for your life. Also Undying. Both of her themes were great, but the monstrous determination of Undying the Undying really scored for me. A true hero. The beginning sounds like a trickle of hope, requesting the power from all of her fallen friends. Then she comes at you full force, like the music. And just fits the entire mood so well. Lastly, before this video gets way too long, I want to share with you guys my top 5 favorite Undertale boss battles. Number 5, I have to give it to the Mad Dummy. If you watch my Let's Play on my first run through of Undertale, you'd know how much I hated this boss. But this battle was pretty damn creative. You use the dummies to hit the Mad Dummy, and it progressively became more difficult as he became a moving target. I was genuinely satisfied and happy when I conquered him. Number 4. Okay, Toriel, you sneaky son of a bitch. Clearly I wasn't paying attention when the frog told me at the very end of the first dungeon. He said, you may have to spare a monster even when their name isn't yellow. On that note, I completely thought about Pokemon. I figured I'd have to weaken them, and then maybe the spare button would work. Instead, I just ended up killing her. Fuck my life. 3. Papyrus. Granted, this battle was actually kind of difficult for me because for the longest time I didn't realize when your heart was blue, you could jump when you moved. A blue heart meant if an object was coming your way, you must be still or else it'd hit you. What made this battle fun was 2 things. At the very end, he performs the most ridiculous attack. Or if you lose, he'll capture you up to 3 times, then realize you just want to be friends and spare you. Number 2. Okay. I hate Sans' battle. But I also kinda like it. I have to give credit where credit is due because that battle is all you. Raw, real, bullet hell, survive, your skill, do it. And on a keyboard. What? Being how I'm not a PC gamer at all, this definitely added an additional challenge. But his logic of using the strongest attack first, hell, the fact that he attacked first was unexpected. There was just multiple things that made me like this battle. Number 1 was his fake spare. It was just so Sans of him. Even his description, having 1 attack and 1 defense and being the weakest character in the game, was funny, considering it was 1 damage per frame you were getting hit. But what made this battle like oh shit to me was the menu attacks. Waiting and figuring out your next move costed you. And while menu attacks couldn't kill you, they destroyed your health if you stalled, unless you were a pro at dodging those, which I wasn't. And even to the bitter end, it remained entertaining. His technically second to last attack and his last attack kept you on your toes. I love the fact he did everything he could to stop you from continuing down this path, warning you not to take another step, tiring you out, boredom, just all until the bitter end. And finally, my number 1 favorite battle is Mettaton, before he showed you his true form. The reason why I particularly like this battle is how low-key the answers were given to you. You could easily not get hit during this battle if you paid attention. Mettaton asks you some seemingly obvious questions, but there's always some sort of spin that throws the player off entirely. When the player thinks they know, they don't. But you know who does know? That measly dinosaur chicken thing over there in the corner. If you pay attention to Dr. Alfie's hands, she shows you the answers. And I thought this was so fucking brilliant. Like my first playthrough, I had no idea she was doing it. And it wasn't until I was rewatching it that I was like, oh my god. This bitch is giving you the answers. And it's great because it's so subtle and so simple. I just love how clever it was. And that's why this battle to me was just amazing. Okay, I think that's enough Undertale for now. I mean, there really isn't such a thing as too much Undertale, and if there is that person who says that is too much Undertale, cut that person out of your life. You don't need that kind of negativity. I bet that's the same damn person who's like, that's too much cheese on your pasta. Bitch! Get out. Anywho, that's just some of my thoughts on Undertale. There's so much to talk about Undertale, but this video would be like 30 minutes long. So I leave you with the question of, has there ever been a game that's good, but it just got overhyped so much? I feel like Undertale fell into this category. I mean, not to me, but to a lot of others. Like, I fucking love Undertale. I am on the Undertale hype train. I admit, I'm one of those people. I shove Undertale down people's throats. And I also think Final Fantasy VII, don't crucify me, is a part of that overrated category. It's a good game, but it's just like, chill out guys, it's not the best. But don't take my word for it. Believe it or not, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, so just what I heard through the grapevine. Either way, let me know in the comments below. And let me know your thoughts on Undertale. Did you love it or did you hate it? Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out more of my top 5s by clicking the top box. And I'm on the Console Corners podcast Ladies Night Edition, which you can find by clicking the bottom box. It's funny because I'm the only PlayStation Nintendo person, everyone else is pure Xbox. So as you can imagine, it's a good time. And of course, to check out all of my social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks again for watching!